Hello, everybody. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. I don't quite know how Sarah and I are going to follow David's candle show.
No, we don't have any floppy candles on the
No,
show.
we don't, unfortunately. As much as the entertainment value would, boo, hiss, boo. But we don't have floppy candles in this show. However, we do have amazing new Funky Fossil collection, and I'm super excited because we're here for 2 hours.
Yes, it's a blockbuster show,
It
isn't it?
is, isn't it? This is the new launch of the Modernista collection, isn't it? It's
is.
beautiful. Now, behind us, you can see the colour
I
that is
know.
here for you all. We've been waiting for colour to come back.
Yeah.
Our lovely Sarah's brought it early for us all. Look at all this colour. It is stunning. So, 2 hours with myself and Sarah, which is like super fun. I'm really sorry that it's me. Do apologise.
We're just going to have a lot of crafty fun together,
We
aren't
are
we?
having a lot of crafty fun. Now, obviously, you are watching us, so I know we say where to watch and how to shop. You are already there watching us, whether that be on Instagram or Facebook. But did you know you can actually watch us on YouTube on the big TV? So if you've got one of them fancy TVs that's got the apps on, you can put your YouTube on and watch us on a big screen. However, you do still need to shop on your social media platforms, whether that be Facebook or Instagram. But you can also watch us live on our website, which is I think this is the best way to watch us. So go to highlightcrafts.com, watch us live and interactive still on there. And when you're watching us, on the screen at the side, you will see all of the elements that you can actually start shopping. So you can shop ahead a little bit as well on there.
True.
Click the item and add to basket. Once you start adding items to your basket, a little basket icon will appear on your screen. When you're then going to check out, you click on it, log in and check out. With your social media, you will need a shop code, okay? So you type in the word shop, and for this one, it's modern. Shop Modern gets you the full bundle, but just hang fire a minute because it's got a lot going on here, hasn't it? So it is absolutely. I fell in love with this straight away. I watched the lovely Sarah last night on the Why Not Wednesday. So you can follow Sarah on YouTube, and so she does Sunday Makes and Why Not Wednesdays, and they're brilliant. And she just, when she launches this on last night, it was fabulous to see all of the up close stuff that the DT have done. So thank you, DT. You've done an incredible job. You can tell that you've loved it because of what we've got behind us. And then you put in the shop code. Send that on as a comment. You'll get a code back or a comment back that says thank you very much for shopping. In there's the link. Click the link. Takes you to the website, you log in and check out. Now, before you do your checking out, have a little peruse through Sarah's Funky Fossil brand shop while you're there, because you never know, there might be something that just takes your fancy.
Indeed.
So have a little look there as well before you check out, because you've got quite a lot on there now.
I have. It's a grand collection.
It is. There's lots on there. So you might think, oh, I might have missed something, but if something wasn't checked out, you might be in luck because it still might be sat in the brand shop. Could be that one thing and there's only one left and you're there and you get it, which is amazing. So thank you everybody for joining us. We're here for 2 hours. We have drinks. So we've got drinks, okay, as well. So we're here. We've got the coffee, which is amazing. So hold on to your bootlaces, everybody, because we're in for a cracking show. Now we're going to start down this side. I've brought these in because yesterday on your lovely Why Not Wednesday, you took us through a fabulous book that you had on your desk from an incredible artist as to where your inspiration has come from this particular collection. So I've printed off some images for you so you can just talk us through where it's all come from.
So today's collection is called Modernist Medley and is very much inspired by the artwork of Matisse, which I'm sure lots of you are already familiar with. It's got that really kind of fantastic abstract organic style to it. But these are some of the kind of pieces from his, it was a phase of his career kind of called the cutouts, where he was doing kind of very very kind of striking collage style artwork where he was hand cutting from kind of painted papers to create these kind of fabulous figures, really dynamic kind of pieces of art. And that's where I took the inspiration for this collection. I wanted to give you really cool, organic, abstract shapes that would enable you to stamp, stencil and die cut and then create your own compositions. And the thing that we love, and we particularly love about Matisse, is he was really kind of used vibrant colours. He wasn't overly concerned about composition. It was more about the kind of playfulness of all the elements on that page together, the contrast of the colours, giving you those kind of really striking pieces. So this isn't about perfect. This is about kind of playful and vibrant, and that's what we've tried to bring to you in the collection that we're looking at today.
Like you said earlier, he didn't abide by any rules.
No,
there's no rules on this one, which is brilliant.
I think if two colours look good together or two shapes really kind of struck his eye, that's where they went. And he wasn't really trying to overthink an end result.
So this is fabulous, I think. You know, like some of you that think, oh, mixed media, oh, it's a word that you can't, it's that. As soon as somebody says mixed media, it's sort of like you can see somebody go, oh, I'm not sure. Absolutely, you can do this, because even if you're only going to work with it with two colours.
Absolutely.
Just two colours, you're going to get incredible pieces that you can use in your journaling, maybe artwork for your home, and also card making. So, without further ado, let's introduce you to the new collection.
Look at what's in there.
Yes, because do you see here that that's free? I know, right?
Yeah.
So Hannah is just having a moment. So that's free. So that is coming. Ooh. So this is coming to you free with this bundle. So the lovely Sarah, isn't that very generous of her to put that in? So for this one, Shop Modern. Now, Shop Modern gets you everything that you're seeing in front of us. Have you cut my head off?
These two little hands going.
Is that all you can see? I've Mike was ousted myself, haven't I? Yeah. You know where that's come from, where he gets the magazine and he's got the barcode over his face.
Yes.
So we've got the fabulous silhouette stamps, which again, earlier on when we were stood at the demo area, we were both going, and then you could, and that we could do this. So sparking off, it was really, really fun. Then you've got the shapes, the dies, which again, you've got the leaf shape, very much in what the Matisse style is. This has got to be a favourite. Absolutely love that. And of course, when you've got a stencil, you can flip it. So it doesn't have to face that way, just turn it the other way. You could have it like, again, we were talking, kind of have the hands touching and have them in the middle and a heart in the middle, which would be lovely. And also then you've got this stencil as well, which then mixes with this one, okay? Did you say last night that they actually fit?
It's the figures. The figures fit. Figure stencil fit.
So there's a dancer stencil where the figures also fit as well. Are we all right now?
Yeah, she's got paper cut.
Oh, okay. That's everything's all right. We've got a lovely...
It's a common crafter's injury.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? We've got our lovely Becky on camera, and she's brought in her lovely daughter, Bea, today, and she is the cutest little character that you can possibly think of. And
but she's very dramatic.
Okay, so she's a little girl, and we just love her to bits because she is the next generation of crafting. She needs her own Instagram page and her own YouTube.
Get her in. She can do a demo.
She's brilliant.
She said she doesn't want to be on camera today.
She was on camera last time she was in. She's just amazing. I love her to bits. So we just had a small injury, and Mum had to go and deal with it, but everything's fine now. So the next one is the stencil with the dancing figures, fits these figures as well. So those 4 items, your silhouette stamps, the beautiful figure stencil, your stencil of all your different shapes, and your dies, together with the free 3 embossing powders, which are just amazing. $39.99. you've got a saving of 18.96, which is incredible. Oh, those are powders.
Yeah, so I was just going to say that this might be a good way of showing you what the powders will look like when you stamp or stencil them out. So the reason I put this in really as a kind of free item to kind of expand the collection is I think the colour mix is perfect for
Brilliant,
the Matisse
yes.
designs, particularly this Santorini blue, because it's that really strong, true blue. And a lot of us, we were seeing when we were flicking through some of his artwork, he uses blue a lot in his designs. So these are going to give you fabulous effects if you're using them with the vases or the foliage or with the figures. And I just thought they were a great marriage. So
They are.
It had to be done.
So thank you for that.
No, you're
so
welcome.
that is only in the bundle. So if you shop Modern and you get the bundle, you will also get the Wow Powders in your package, which is like, yes, absolutely love that. Now, something that Sarah brought out a few weeks ago is the disc journal, okay, which gives you the spine die to cut into a piece or create a spine, and then you use it with the discs, which again is brilliant. So creating this very thing. Now, again, new bundle for you all.
Yes.
So we've got the jumbo tags on here, which are just brilliant to create that spine. Absolutely fantastic to create your journals. So for these, there are three different ways, three colourways you can get it.
Yeah.
So you will get your discs, your jumbo tag, and your spine dies to create your journals. And you need to type in Journal Black will get you black discs. Journal Bright will get you the bright discs. And Journal White will get you the white discs, okay? For all those three in the new bundle, $29.99, and it's a $10.98 saving, which again is just amazing. Now, these big jumbo tags are new, okay?
They are.
These are new.
Just literally released.
Now, if I remember from what you were saying last night, are they 17 and a half by 10, the biggest
That's right.
one?
So the largest of, so the 5 dies in the set, and the largest one is 17 and a half by 10. So which is taller than a 6x6 page for a reference point. So I wanted to create tags that gave you a large enough working area that you could create pages. You don't need to. They make fantastic cards as well, card blanks.
Yeah.
But I just wanted something that was a nice scale for you to be able to do your designs on. And then that's why we added the disc spine along with it, because of course the next step in my mind was, let's put this into a journal format.
So aren't that cool? Isn't that cool? Now, if you've already got the journal spine, don't worry, because we've got them separate. We've got some separate elements on for you.
Yeah.
So if you've already got the journal spine, but you're needing new discs to continue and create more journals, we've got that for you as well. So it's Shop Disc Black, Shop Disc White, or Shop Disc Bright gets you 12 of, is it 12? 10?
It is, there's 12.
There's 12 in there.
Yeah.
So there's 12 in there. They are 35 millimetres in diameter. Okay, so you get 12, $5.99
Absolutely.
each
Great.
one. So whether you're picking, you know, like that one, I really like that one where you've mixed it up and you put the black and white together.
Yeah.
Love that, to do that. So maybe this is your extra that's going in. And just as a, because I can see there's an extra one on here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't throw your packaging away.
I didn't even notice that.
Don't throw your pack, because I use these as blister pieces and use them as shakers. So don't throw your packaging away. Just snip it down, take your little folds off, and it actually is a blister.
Really cool
so
idea.
I've used mine as, I've saved all of mine that I've got as extra. So don't waste your packaging.
No.
Use it. Then, of course, if you have got this, we've also brought you, or the lovely, I'd say we, the royal we, have brought you the jumbo on its own. So Shop Jumbo, brand new, like we said, 17.5 by 10 centimetres, which is brilliant, 15.99. Now you can see when you think about that, think about this, where you've got your saving in
Absolutely.
here, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you've got the tag die is $15.99. I think the spine die by itself is $18.99. Your discs are $5.99. So you can see the value you get if you buy it as a journal collection.
Yes.
But some of you already invested in the journal, so
Yes.
you may just want the tags. If you can stretch to it, I would always say get the kit, because
Yes.
actually having several of the spine dies is
Doesn't
no bad
hurt.
thing. It just speeds up the process of being
Does.
able to cut them out.
Or you could be really generous if you like, if you can let go of them. You could give it as a gift and get somebody else journaling. Why would you do that? What's that sharing thing all about? Don't do that.
She lost me there.
Pass it on for somebody else to start their creativity. I just want to say a very quick hello to everybody. Good morning. Lots of love.
Oh,
Got
morning,
lots of love
everyone.
for you. Oh, Debbie, thank you, Debbie. Such a clever, genius, unique, innovative and creative release.
Oh, Debbie, you could come and work for me in marketing.
How about that? I've done a message this morning on Facebook, didn't I? And Sarah went, oh, I'm going to watch.
Yeah, sounded really good. It was just us.
So Amanda's put, live Mike Wazowski, however you spell it, bless you. Yeah, I know, I did it to myself. It's usually David that does it, but I did it to this morning. Sarah, Carol, Daphne, Lynn, Mark, Amanda, Jonathan, you're all here. Thank you for joining us. So Stacey, hi, just new to watching on here. Oh, welcome. Welcome to the family, Stacey. That's lovely. And I just love the setup and it looks fabulous. So thank you. Oh, we like that when you join us. Yeah, keep messaging in.
Yeah,
now,
do.
some of the things that we were going to ask, who is, for interactive, who is their favourite artist?
Absolutely. We'd like to know.
And at the moment, a lot around the country, a lot of them are doing the half term, aren't they? Did you, when you were younger?
Not artists. It's not schools.
No, schools, they're doing half term. Oh, if only. So, did you ever get to go to a museum as a child? Did your inspiration come from that museum visit, of that piece of artwork that you stood in front of and went, wow? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So was there a moment like that in your life? And also, are we putting win? We are putting win. We have a giveaway. That is going to be a little surprise when we get round to the what you're actually getting. So we do have a giveaway. So start typing win in the comments in the chance of winning something from our lovely Sarah. Now, when you've got all of this, you've got all of this loveliness, but you need a starting point. You need to put it onto
Absolutely.
something,
Yeah.
don't you? So joining us again, because it is a new release. This isn't something that you've just gone and got out. This is a new release.
The ink is still wet.
It is. Oh, and it smells amazing. Just saying. Shop Mixed for this one. This is your Mixed Media Compendium, and it's an 8x8 pad, $12.99. You got a £3 saving. Which way am I going? This way.
It's a very
It is
abstract one.
upside. It is very. But can you see? That's your backing paper for your designs, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I use a lot of the backing paper, the artwork from the papers in the
Look at
in the
that.
packaging, because I just love it, and I
It
just
is
think
lovely.
it's nice to kind of use it together across the piece.
So you might have already seen a little bit of that. Look at these. You can already see how the new collection is going to work on all of these. Oh, I love that. All of these papers. Aren't they beautiful? So if you're a little bit worried about having a white space, starting on a white space, and you think, oh, where am I going to go with this? This is the paper pad that you, that's a favourite that you need to put into your baskets. Okay, so Shop Mixed, you are getting 48 pages. There's 24 designs. It's 190 GSM cardstock. So it will take lots of mediums.
It does. It'll take your sprays and your inks and your pastes as well. And the reason I didn't do a paper pad with this collection, because in my view, the Mixed Media Compendium gives you that kind of painterly background.
It does.
And just as we were looking at the artwork with the stamps and the dies, they're fabulous, strong silhouettes. So what you want, or what I think works perfectly with them, is those vibrant backgrounds that you can just be stamping and going if you want to be kind of creating something
Little
really,
bit like
really
that.
vibrant. Yeah,
Isn't that amazing? I absolutely love this one.
by our Ali.
Ali, thank you, Ali. She does a cracking job, you know,
does.
doesn't she?
She does.
Now, she's used the dies that you're actually going to get in your full bundle. She's cut them out several times. We're thinking this is what you've done, Ali. We're guessing, okay, and then it's ultra thick embossing powder on top, we
To
believe.
give it that enamelled look, that glazed look.
But isn't that really striking? Now, it could be Mediterranean florals on there,
Yes.
couldn't it? It could be anything, these images that you could snip into these and create flowers and everything from them. These are gorgeous.
I love the splats.
I love the
call them.
splats.
But as you can see with that in that black, when you're looking at the papers in the mixed media compendium, they're going to pop against all those kind of bright backgrounds.
Absolutely, they are. So once you've got this, all you've got to work with really is black and white.
Yeah,
Put in your, obviously, your embossing powders, mix that in there as well. But it's super simple crafting.
Yes.
That you haven't got to, it's fun, you haven't got to think about it. Right, you know that box that we all have to sit in? Box that everybody sits in and say, because we do, don't we? We do. I don't know, but we do. We sit in this little box, this little container that we can't step out. No, but we've always been told as when we were little, can't do that. You need to colour inside the lines. This is definitely colouring outside the lines.
I think you say when you've got artists who are world renowned, who are doing things like this, we don't need to be as self-critical or overthinking.
No.
Because just using those strong shapes and the strong colours, we're going to create something that's going to make somebody stop and look again.
Yes.
Which is part of what we're trying to do with our creating, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, because we want obviously they'll go and go, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Now, the next one that Sarah's brought along, this is a fabulous bundle, okay. Now, if you, again, starting out in the stamping world, this is a fabulous one to go for. So this one is Shop Mark. Now, you're getting the 4 stamps. You're going to get the bubble wrap, which is my favourite, because now, which one is it? Is it that one?
I don't know.
Which one?
Bubble wrap. This one. It's my favourite because now I haven't got to go hunting round the house for a piece of bubble wrap when I need it, because I've got the stamp that does it for me, and I do that a lot.
I have been searching many a time for bubble
bubble
wrap.
wrap.
You never got it when you needed it.
No, never got it when you need it. Absolutely not. So you've now got the bubble wrap to hand forever, which is amazing. Then you've got your circle burst, which again, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because again, your DT come up with some fabulous ideas, because it could be a starburst. And one of them says it looks like it's been shot, a piece of glass
I think
shot.
it was viewers last night saying, "Oh, the bullet hole one," and I was thinking, "Crikey, I don't remember creating a bullet hole." But yeah,
you can
it does.
see it,
Yeah,
can't
you can see it. It looks like shattered glass, and I've used it to make flowers or sunshines in a scene. It's just a really, really cool one.
And again, because there's more than there's 3 on there. So you're building the perspective, overlapping them and creating
Fireworks, doing
fireworks.
The bright colours.
Oh, you know when you hear it on the radio and you're listening to the fire. Oh, and they all who in and are in.
You're listening to the fireworks.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Aren't you in to watch the fireworks?
No, what's his name?
I'm
Terry
not too
Wogan
sure.
used to do it, didn't he? He used to have it on the radio.
Terry Wogan.
I loved him. Absolutely loved him. So this is making your marks, okay? So again, you have got the half tone and you've got the fuzzy numbers.
I know.
I love so all of these, the small stamps, so you haven't got to find a big stamp block.
No, and the key, and one of the things that is really worth pointing out about certainly the solid images like the half tone and the bubble wrap is they're deliberately designed to have an uneven edge, because one of the challenges you can get when stamping an A7 stamp is, oh, actually now I've got an artificial kind of straight line.
edge.
So the idea with all of these is they've got a naturally distressed look. So if you're stamping around the edges of things, you don't need to worry about how you're going to kind of position them to avoid that kind of artificial kind of straight edge on there.
It eliminates that, doesn't it?
So-
So again, if you're a new
User-friendly.
stamper and you think, oh, I've got to get it perfect, no, you haven't got to get it perfect with this at all.
And this, as I say, with things like the bubble wrap and the half tone, they are distressed. They're meant to give you the textures that you would get through using natural materials. So they're perfect for somebody who's starting stamping, because you don't need to expect a perfect image. It's not going to give you perfect crisp.
I have a question. Can we stamp into the embossing powder?
You can, yeah, absolutely. If you're going to stamp it, when the embossing powder's molten.
Yes.
The only thing to consider with your photopolymer is I would cover it with Versamark.
Yes.
So it doesn't stick into your powder but you can absolutely, if you put a couple of layers of powder down, and while it's still kind of molten, warm, you can stamp and create an impression in there, which is fabulous.
How cool is that?
Just use your Versamark so you can get it back out.
So if you did that and poured it out onto a heat mat,
yes,
onto a heat resist or a
non-stick
non-stick
fragment,
you can create fragments again. So heat it, stamp into it. That would look amazing.
Yeah, it's a great
idea.
I
love that.
That's what I'm going to do this afternoon.
You're having a play with that this afternoon, because on Wednesday, Sunday's mate, you were playing with your embossing powders again, weren't you?
I might do that this Sunday.
That was really cool as well. So now we're going to go on to Shop Dancer. Now this one, bear with.
Okay.
Where is that? The Dancer dies?
It stamps. It's the ones, yeah.
Now you need to put this one in if you're getting the bundle. So remember, Shop Modern gets you the bundle, and then it gets you those free embossing powders. This one here is your Shop Dancer. Now it's a 5x7 Dancer stencil. However, and you do get your Stella paste and you get the free spatula, because there's nothing worse than getting something. It's like getting a toy at Christmas and then you haven't got the batteries.
I know.
Nothing worse, is there, Becky? You say, oh, and the kids are all just looking at it because they can't actually play with it because there's no batteries in the house.
I've done that many times.
Yes, and me too.
I've taken the batteries out of Noisy Toys as well.
And who is it that buys them a piano or a drum kit?
It's always the grandparents. The noisier the better.
Really? Honestly, you open it and you go, oh yeah, that's lovely. And then in your head you're thinking, where can I hide it?
I know.
So this one, your stamps, your figure stamps match your silhouette of your dancers. That is pretty cool.
It's nice.
That is a crafter designing for crafters.
Because, of course, there's so many techniques you can do with stencils that you can't do with stamps. For example, use your paste. But it's great to have that overlap, because as we were playing last night, you can create shadows, you can extend your design with more of the images of the same size. So there are 3 on there, but they are those same 2 figures, just one's tessellated round for the stencil.
But how cool is that? So that one is a must to pop in. So that's a great addition to Shop Modern. So Shop Dancer for that one. Now, again, you've brought us some cracking stuff and a little bit of a deal for you all as well. This one is Shop Type, and I think this grungy type works fantastic with the modern.
Well, and of course, with the Matisse, the modern collection, I haven't put lots of words and sentiments in. I wanted to really kind of focus on the shapes and the design. So, of course, if you've got something like an alphabet stamp, then you're able to customise and create your own sentiments on anything and everything. And very much in this whole theme of there's nothing here about being perfect. This is about playful. The grungy type fits with that because the actual letters are surrounded by those kind of marks. So again, for a beginner stamper, perfect, because you're not going to get a perfect impression with these. You get a nice clear letter, but you also get that overstamp, which I think is really cool.
Which very often, when you're a beginner stamper, as in when I started, I very often I put too much pressure on. Always, and I ended up with a mark and things, and it's like, well, I need to do it again. This is again taking all that fear away, because if there's marks on there, we're going to embrace them.
Celebrating that.
We are celebrating them. Now, next one is Shop Sunflower. Oh, this is beautiful.
It's a cool.
It really is. So Shop Sunflower. These are your dies, a layered stencil with your free A6 rub-ons. Okay. Free ones, $11.99, everybody. $11.99.
Really, I mean, say that you'd be doing well to get a die of that size for $11.99.
You can't. I would challenge you to actually be able to do that. So when we're talking about the layering stencil,
so I'm just going to go around you because I've got a sample.
That have we got one? Yeah. Oh, lovely. So you've got the 3 stencils and you've got the dots, so you're aligning them. But look what it makes.
So the stencils, you can build it up. Obviously, there's 3 layers of the stencils will give you the petals, the leaves, and obviously the central parts. And I have also given you central texture in the stencil if you just want to use the stencil by itself. But then, of course, the die creates that overlay line art. So again, even if you don't line up your stencil perfectly, because you know you're going to have that outline artwork going over the top with the die, you don't need to worry. So that's how it comes together. And then they're the rub-ons.
Lovely texture. And then, look at this. Just look at those.
Just so fun.
Aren't they beautiful? It's such a beautiful colourway. Absolutely love these. Now, there's 4 in here.
4 different sheets.
And you get the good old
stick.
lolly stick to be able to do this. Isn't that cool? So
Or
all of that.
I like to call it the high-tech rub-on applicator.
High-tech rub-on applicator.
Not a lolly stick, of course.
It's not.
Carefully engineered.
It has been carefully
Finest
engineered.
minds.
It's probably a lady that did that. You know, like they celebrate the women. You know, like when the lady that made the carrier bag. Because that was designed by a lady. Oh, all sorts. So Shop Sunflower for that one, $11.99. You have got an incredible saving of $13.99 on that one, everybody. Now, we wouldn't be a Funky Fossils show without bringing you the sticker. So Shop Sticker gives you the sentimental sticker stack.
But you know I like my alliteration.
Yes. It's good job I've had my Weetabix this morning because that could have gone horribly wrong. We could have had another moment like David's wobbly candle. So $9.99 gets you this. And if you weren't there, you all need to go and watch it. This is your sentiment sticker set, okay? They're already kiss cut, no cutting out. And then Sarah's been very cleverly with it, and we've got it on white. And then, so we've got black on white, and then you've also got white on black. And some of them are a
So yes, the
little bit cheeky.
The intention of this sticker stack, for those of you who haven't seen it before, is that we've got all your occasions covered, including Christmas.
We have.
With your nice, your generic, your loving sentiments, and then also you've got your snarky sentiments for those people who you think will appreciate a little bit of humour on their card.
Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. I love that one. It's like this one. What's that?
Words to live by.
It is. Absolutely. Yeah, because have you tried to get it?
Or are you thinking about the Santa sentiment?
Yeah. Is it in here as well?
Yeah. That one from Ali.
So look at this one. It's all fun and games until Santa checks the naughty list. See? Right?
Your dancers enjoy themselves a little bit too much.
It's all fun and games until he checks the naughty list. I love that. And then this one is really nice. So love is spending the rest of your life with someone that you want to kill, but not doing it because you'd miss him.
That's my reflection on married life with Mr. G.
Something we were talking about doing a patio and everything. She says that's never going to happen because you don't do any gardening.
He's going to bury me under the patio, but there's no way. He's never going to lift that patio. He's never mowed the lawn.
Does he know where the mower is?
No, I don't think so.
Bless him. But look at this. Now, this is a super cool card.
It is.
And again, Ali, you've really knocked it out the park this time, my lady. So we've got the character, okay, and I love that she's put the shadow in here. But this, it looks like he's being chased by animals, and they're not animals. Straight away you think of dinosaurs or something, don't you?
I thought it was kind of like weird hedgehogs or little, I don't know, but
cool
they
is
are but one of the abstract shapes, which are in my head when I saw them, I was thinking like cactus and foliage, etc.
Underwater.
But yeah, seaweed. But yeah, I just love the fact that.
But no, Ali has turned them round, and we've got animals.
Menacing.
Is that worrying or not?
I think it is a bit worrying.
So let's go to demo because we need to show you this collection because it is absolutely, see? So, okay, I need to get me, and we're doing this the other day with Hannah. We've got breaking news. breaking news, everybody. Okay, we have got Modern, 10% is already in allocation. Journal, 10% has gone as well. Dancer, because by the look of it, when you're shopping that, you're actually putting the Dancer in as well. So thank you for that, because it is amazing. 10% has gone. And the Sunflower is literally flying out the building at 33%. Now, I'm going to just say, please remember, check out your baskets, everybody, because the sooner you check out, the sooner the lovely Sarah and her lovely Mr. G, he can be.
Oh, I think you say the sooner I'll leave the building.
No, you'll be sending it out too. You can get home to
Sorry.
you'll be able to get your packing done, can't you?
Yeah.
And get it all out.
Mr. G doesn't do the packing either, no.
What does he do?
Well, that is a good question. A
Okay.
mystery yet to be solved.
Bless him. He is lovely. He is dead dry comedy, though. He really is. So we're going to go to demo, because you need to see all of this in action, because it is a fabulous collection. I hope you're all enjoying it. Just a minute. You start with your demo. I'm going to get the iPad, because apparently I need to keep.
Well, we need to hear about kind of what artists, because of course, if there are artists that have inspired you and that you really love their style, it could inspire my next collection. So I'm always keen to hear about artists that you think have got a really kind of cool style, particularly ones that you think are going to translate well into the world of craft.
Yes.
Which I think is what I've tried to do with the Matisse.
Absolutely. Yeah. Comment. Lovely, Jonathan. I'm addicted to the rub-ons. I love them.
Oh, yes, they are. They are an addiction, I'm afraid. I do apologise for that.
No, we're not, because they're amazing. They're amazing. Oh, bless you. Where are we? Shop Sunshine. Oh, were you shopping the sunshine? Is that where you're bringing the sunshine? Bless you.
I'll have some sunshine.
Yes, please.
It's
Right.
been glorious few days, hasn't it, though?
Lovely. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Morning, Ali. Ali's on.
Ali, good to see you, lovely.
So I'm just going to put that there, because I'll knock it off otherwise. Just remind me where it is in a minute. Right.
So what I was going to do with this demo is just literally show you how easy it is to create a kind of nice, simple but bright and fresh layered background. So what I've done already on this kind of panel of card is just added, hopefully you can pick it up on camera, just a light yellow ink around the edges, and our wonderful kind of modernist stencil just lightly inked with yellow over the top. Now I'm going to go back in with the same stencil, but I've moved it around. I'm not in the same, not working in the same direction as I originally inked it. And I'm going to go over with some salvage patina, which is a nice light teal colour. And my intention is just showing you that, again, even though you've got a patterned background stencil like this, is you can still ink it multiple times and create those layers, go over the top, because it's the more densely kind of you add the colours to the design, the more it's going to look like kind of a patterned fabric or a layered fabric. So that's my logic. And I'm still going to try and add this colour relatively lightly. The reason being is I then want to go over the top of this with some of the stamps. So just showing you how all these elements, because they're same, or they are pretty much the same or very similar shapes and images in the stencils and the stamps, you can use them together and they're going to look effectively like they're part of the same original design.
I'm going to get the collection. I'm just going to remove the pack shot and bring it over, because I think you'll see where it all comes from then, won't we?
So you can see here I'm using really just a very light amount of pressure with my brush. I'm not wanting, this isn't for me about going really solidly. One thing to point out with this stencil, which is just, I always like to say it with stencils and with inking, is this one's got quite a lot of what I call kind of wobbly bits. It's a bit like David's candle. It's got quite a few wobbly bits that might flap around. So that's when having a blending brush is really going to help you, because you can see as I'm going over the top of this, it's not lifting those elements on the stencil. If you use a foam applicator, which I've done for many a year, you just need to be extra careful that you don't inadvertently kind of bend the stencil back. Yeah. But you see here, I'm not having any of those issues with that brush going over the top.
And that's where you can then, when you're checking out on your brand shop, are your brushes.
Absolutely. So you see, it's kind of, because the brushes are made of these kind of thickly packed bristles, it moves around the stencil rather than lifting it or disturbing it.
Because
Which
it
is
doesn't
what you
catch,
want.
does
No,
it?
absolutely. So we've got those 2 layers there. You can see
Look
how
at
nice that is.
that.
And again, you were thinking summertime, thinking tropical.
Yes.
You can imagine how these nice colours are going to work together.
A pina colada,
Oh, yes.
umbrella.
That's what you had for breakfast, wasn't it?
So, everybody, unfortunately, we've got a gremlin. Sorry, our lovely Sarah. We've got a little gremlin. So we've got a sunflower is showing the wrong price, but we're sorting it out. We're on it now. We've got the workers in the background that are fixing the gremlin. Need to be shoved back in that cupboard, don't they?
I was going to say, is it when you mentioned gremlin, I thought maybe Mr. G had come into the building.
Do you know, he's not very well at the minute, Sarah.
No, he does. He has man flu, so we've got to be very sympathetic.
He's poorly, bless him.
So here, I'm just going to put some of the stamp images from the stamp set onto acrylic blocks. And you can see immediately how the artwork in the stamp set is a great match for this stencil. So, and again, the other thing to point out about the stencil, which I'm sure you'll have spotted already, is it's a complete pattern. So you can extend that on without worrying about having elements that are cut off the edge of the stencil. You could continue and extend this, make it kind of 12 by 12, or use it on fabric.
Yeah, I was thinking when you were doing that, then I'm thinking,
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
lovely.
sure there's inks that you can do it onto fabric.
Yeah, it'd be a lovely summer print.
Oh, wouldn't it? Absolutely gorgeous.
So again, I'm still going to go very much in the same colourway as I've used with the stenciling. So this isn't about now creating contrast. I want that with my main focal point. This is about creating a kind of harmonious background where the elements are going to look like they're just kind of overlapping each other. So I've got, I'm not sure which of the VersaFines this is. It's a grass green. It's one of the newer ones. So I'm still going with these kind of light and fresh colours. But because I'm stamping solid images now, these will start to really kind of come to the front a little bit more. And this is where, with this kind of stamp stencils and dies combo, you can just keep layering up. If you're using a relatively limited colour palette, so you know, kind of work with 2 or 3 relatively harmonious colours, you can keep going and it's not going to clash or look overly busy, to my eye anyway. So this is just really now where I'm having lots of fun.
Because you're working within that colour family, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So there's nothing here that's going to kind of compete with each other for attention, is the way I like to describe it.
And I like how you're stamping it off the edge.
Yeah, absolutely, because you want to create that look of the kind of the continuation. You want to feel like you've got a fragment of something bigger. So let's go with some blue now, which this is the barley blue.
My favourite blue.
Is it?
Out of that particular colour range, yeah, I do like that colour.
I used to love the warm breeze, but this one has kind of come in as my favourite. I'm also kind of going or stamping relatively off the edges here because I know I'm going to have a focal point at the front. So although you could stamp all over, you know a lot of this is going to get covered up. So keep your interest around the edges if you know you're going to put something in the middle.
Now you've brought the blue in, I'm getting a very water-esque vibe.
Yes.
Under the sea kind of thing going on.
I mean, these could be, I mean, this one particularly is a perfect seaweed, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
When you're stamping or creating a kind of patterned background with your stamps, it doesn't kind of affect on this occasion, but if you were wanting to build a full collage, start with your bigger elements and then work down to your smaller ones, just from a spacing point of view. So that's just always something to bear in mind, because the smaller ones will fit the gaps that you've created. So we'll just...
I like stamping off the edge.
One or two.
You know, when you first start stamping, as in me,
Yeah.
I thought the rule was that everything had got to be contained within the page.
Yes, yeah.
And it really doesn't, because like you've just said, stamping off the edge makes it look like it's not that you're getting messy or anything. It makes it look like you suggested, it's been cut from a bigger piece of paper.
Yep.
So as if it's been manufactured.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's how they do it, isn't it?
And it's encouraging your eye to kind of travel across the design rather than feeling like everything's been artificially contained inside a
Yes.
border.
Yes.
So it's one of those very simple but is surprisingly effective ways of using your stamps, and it's why the A7 stamps are great as well, because they're another way of kind of breaking the line,
Straight lines,
breaking the edge.
We're getting out that box.
That's
we're not
it.
going to be.
We're breaking out.
We're breaking out. Yes, we are. We're getting out that box and breaking out. So remember, everybody, this is the collection that the new one today that our lovely Sarah's brought to us. I've left one over there, have I? No, I haven't. I've brought them all. You're going to be getting your stamps, okay? The fabulous stencil that is being used currently along with the stamps. Are you all right, Lewis?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Making sure you're awake.
yes. And then we've got that. I love this figure. Now, one of the things that I'm going to have a go at, because I already have this particular collection, we're going to do is I'm having this figure and I'm going to stamp out this, cut them out and put wings behind her.
Oh, perfect. I think that's the point with this figure. I mean, obviously Matisse is well known for the very stylized stripped back elements, but add hair, add, you know, kind of foliage around them, add your wings. You can really kind of customize it because you've got a fantastic kind of body shape there to use on your journal pages.
Look at this.
Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, we love this one.
Look at this. So, oh, let me get them right.
It's
our
Ali.
Ali again.
It is Ali, yeah, I know.
You really knocked this out the park this time, our Ali. So on here, then Ali has used
So there's a note of surprise. She always does.
she's used the dies to then cut out the vellum, and this lovely lady has now got hair.
And
around
I
the back
just
of
didn't
her.
spot that until last night. It's such a great, because this is a really fluid shape in the dies, and of course you get the inside as well as the outer frame, and I think it's the inside is used for the hair. So clever.
Isn't it clever? Yeah, absolutely spot on there. That you can give her hair. I love that.
And the figure and the foliage or the background stamping are all done with the embossing powders that come with the kit as well, the olive grove
Yeah.
and the terracotta.
If I go like that, can you get the shimmer on there? If I give it a little wiggle
Just
A bit more towards the right.
that way.
The,
How about there? Can you see it? That.
the olive
Yeah.
grove's just got a kind of a little hint of gold in there, which just gives it a little bit of,
And those are coming to you for free.
I know.
You're getting those as a Billy bonus. How good's that?
What am I like?
Generosity. This lady is amazing for that.
So this is where I'm going with focal point, and I'm going to use the texture paste with the stencil. This sparkling sapphire comes with the dancer stencil, not with the main collection, but I'm going to show it to you on this full body because I think it's a really good demonstration of how thickly packed with glitter this paste is, because this is a large open stencil
It
to
is
cover.
big open stencil.
So, but this is where I'm going, and that's why, as I was saying earlier about thinking about your stamping more around the edges, because I knew I was going to have a focal point that's going to really block out that central element. But doesn't that look really kind of dreamy?
It is.
Really classy.
She's on her holidays.
She is.
She's on a holiday. That actually looks exactly like Becky the other day on her honeymoon, when you were in your. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Becky was doing exactly this pose on a rock, looking
On a
out
rock.
to sea. Weren't you, my love? You did,
The rock.
were you in the pool?
There was a photo of me in the pool.
Yes, in the pool,
Looking like a
just,
mermaid.
just loving it on a honeymoon. Bless her, just like that. You'd seen it. That's where you've got it from, isn't it?
Of course, Becky. That's exactly where I've got it from. So look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Joy in a pot. So
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
it's got a real kind of packed full of sparkle. So again, a bit like with the Mediterranean Moods embossing
Yes.
powders, thinking that was a great kind of a combo with the Matisse. I thought this blue had to be in there somewhere because it just works.
He does love his strong colours, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what makes it really lovely to craft with, because you can't get it wrong. Now you can see here I've got the stencil kind of facing me this way, and the reason being this here. So this area here, if I'm using paste and I'm going that way, I've got more risk of lifting the stencil. So I'm going to work towards me and pull the paste this way towards me here. So you've got that, hopefully you're going to keep that crisp image.
Top tip.
top tip. We said there'd be some top tips.
We
found
did.
one. Thank goodness we found one.
Top tip there for you.
Now, I'm not going to worry about going off the edges of the stencil because, as you see from the sample I've got here, I'm going to cut this out. So, but if you were wanting to use this directly on your project, then you can mask over the around the edges of the stencil. So I'm going relatively lightly with my paste because what I want to do, I want to try and ensure that we get good coverage. So I don't want to be pulling it so firmly that I'm almost pulling it away.
Back out.
Yeah, as I go. But look how beautifully this is covering. And then we just...
This would be a B favourite, wouldn't it? Definitely, B would be all over this. She loves her glitter and her sparkle.
Well, these are perfect for that because, as you say, and I mean, I'm being kind of enjoying myself by using it on a large image like this. It does come with the dancers.
Our dancers, so that is what you're getting for the dancers. So Shop Dancer, you get your dancers, you also get your sparkle paste, and you also get, oh, look at those.
So I've got my three little disco dancers in their sparkling sapphire.
with
but I've just put
with
them
their
out.
leotards on.
Indeed.
Look at them.
They're covered in body paint, glittery body paint. There we go.
They're at a festival. And all that season's coming up, festival season.
True.
Can you imagine putting her,
I was like,
or
can you
him.
imagine covering yourself in Stella paste?
putting that on a T-shirt for a festival?
Oh yeah, amazing.
On a denim jacket?
Yes.
Having them facing each other hand to hand on the back
yes.
of denim jackets, that would look beautiful.
I like that idea with the T-shirt.
The
That'd be really
T-shirt would
cool.
look fantastic,
Really
wouldn't it?
cool.
And then using, so you could do exactly the, oh, now my head's going all over the
off.
place.
She's
So
gone.
you could do the stamping with your fabric stamps,
Yes.
with the fabric inks, and then put her in amongst those stamps, actually straight onto your T-shirt.
Or what would be really cool on a T-shirt is mask off a square, almost like we did with the card panel, to create that kind of almost like a Matisse
piece on there. That'd be cool. See?
So,
Top
there you
tips
go.
galore.
We're done. We're off. We'll leave you to it. Enjoy.
We need to go make T-shirts.
But you can see how beautifully crisp that is with that paste. But again, the thing I keep kind of emphasising is the coverage. The fact that I didn't have to work too hard to ensure I got a solid image there. Now, of course, you've got a lot of paste on there. This is a large image that we've covered, so it probably would take about half an hour or so for that to really set and be dry, which is why obviously I've got one already done and cut out.
Thanks.
I don't think I'll see that again.
Look at that.
She's had it now. So I could. I mean, if I don't think I will, but I could have the other figures dancing on here. But I think it would get a bit busy, and I do want my space here for some words. But you can see how beautifully they're all going to work with that main image.
Absolutely
They're
gorgeous.
lovely, aren't they? I love this colour combo.
You have in this instant, can I say, you've given us permission to play.
Indeed, permission granted.
Haven't you? You've absolutely, to get outside those lines, to colour outside those lines, you've absolutely given us permission to play, which is just brilliant.
Which is what I want. That's the key. Is I want to be able to not have to overthink. And I am an overthinker. That's the really where this came from. Is I looked at what Matisse did and thought, why am I agonising over placing an individual small element when I could just be getting all the colours out of the box and having
We said
a go.
earlier when we were talking about this that with the dies, and I'm actually going to do this, so with the dies you could cut them all out and literally get them all like this and just go like that, cut them all out of really bright colours, or even just go black and white. You
Yes.
don't need to do anything else, just black and white. Throw them all up in the air and let them fall onto a sheet of paper. And where they land, that's exactly where they're going to... Oh, take that as your inspiration. Look at where they are and go, actually, I'm going to take that one out there and I'm going to tuck it in there, because these are actually going to do all the work for you because they're shapes.
They're like, I would describe them like they're the fuzzy felt of dies.
Yeah.
Do you remember fuzzy felt?
Oh, I love fuzzy felt.
I used to love it because
I
you
love
say you
fuzzy
could just
felt.
whack them all over, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And see what scene emerged from that.
And they were always a plain background. They were never on a scene.
No, No,
It was just a
absolutely.
plain background. So you could have them floating and all over on that image because it was just a flat, either a blue or a pink background,
fact-
and you just stuck them on.
You could cut them out of felt, actually, those, couldn't you?
You could cut them out of felt.
Applique.
Oh, applique would do. Oh! You've done something now, haven't you?
I know.
T-shirts. You could have
We
a
shouldn't,
T-shirt.
we shouldn't be allowed in a room together, should we,
T-shirt,
really?
apron. Oh, I'd love all across the bottom, a strip all across the
Yeah.
bottom, all in applique.
Or the splats, I think,
Yeah,
in
the
applique
splats
would
would
be
look
great.
amazing.
So, crikey, I think we're going to be exhausted, aren't we? Too many good
we
ideas.
We have a contingency plan after the show that we've spied, or you've spied something on the worktop and you're ready for your what is it? Is it some millionaires something that you've
The
seen?
Millionaire's Loaded Shortbread. I don't know who bought that in, but that's got my name all over it.
Yeah, we're partaking in one of those after the end of the 2-hour show with a coffee and a moment.
Amanda, we might need it halfway through. Because I just think I'm going to need more sugar. If you want these top tips to keep flowing, I'm going to need the sugar. Good Lord.
So I love it that this collection that you've brought in, like we've given you all these inspirational ideas, really does cross-pollinate over everything.
Yes.
But into your sewing as well.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I think.
I think that's the thing is when you've got these kind of bold, solid shapes, then you can start to see them being used in lots of different materials.
Yeah. Because I'm already thinking, because you've got the one here, the die, that drops out. Do that in 2 colours and paper piece it back in.
Yeah,
and stitch it in.
I hadn't got to doing that, but what I'm doing here, just literally just lifted out of the sticker stack. You Are My Sunshine, because I think that works lovely with this kind of imagery. It does look like a summer's day. Just something to think about, and just remember with your white, because the cardstock stickers are on white card, is you can colour them to excuse me. So let's add some ink to them and customise it to fit our design better.
We've had a changeover. We've had a shift change
That was
on the
very
camera.
slick. That was very slick.
Did you know? If you didn't realise, it was very slick, wasn't it? Our lovely Rachel is now doing the camera. Bless her.
Hello, Rachel.
Are you a Matisse favourite? Do you like his artwork?
I do actually, yeah.
Right answer.
Isn't it? It's just really striking, isn't it? Colourful, vibrant, and can you see? Not without. Can you see that Rachel loves colour and vibrancy?
I do. I very much appreciate the colour that Rachel's brought into the studio.
She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now this is interesting. I
So-
haven't seen you do this before.
So all I've done is I've put the sticker onto a piece of white cardstock, only because I want to isolate it from the page in the pad.
Yes.
And then add some colour to it. So
Got
all
that.
I'm using is just, this is a VersaFine ink, but your Distress inks would work perfectly. And I'm just going to kind of ink over the top. In fact, actually, I say the Distress would work as well. Just one thing to bear in mind is the Distress oxides are slightly more opaque ink.
Yes.
Because they've got a pigment in them rather than just being a dye ink. So, of course, you don't want to be using anything over the top of your letters, which is then going to obscure them. But there you go. We can now colour our sentiments to go nicely with the design.
would you believe it? Would you? That's... Okay, you said you'd not no more top tips.
I know, sorry.
They're just absolutely flowing now.
Can't stop me today.
Brilliant. Yeah, there's a song about
I'm on
that.
fire.
Yeah, and there's a song about that. So these are brilliant, aren't they? When you've done that, I need to run down the counter again because I think everybody needs to see what is in this collection. Can I let you finish that while I go?
You do that, and I'll have some Millionaire's shortbread.
Yeah. No, not without me. Honestly. So I'm going to reassemble the counter. That hopefully I'm going to put them back in the right place. If I get it wrong, you've got permission to. No, you can chin at me. Put that on there. That one went on there. So this is the collection that our lovely Sarah has brought for us today. This is the brand new release. Okay, Shop Modern. You are also going to get a free Wow Embossing Trio. Not one, you're getting all three of them. And the reason behind it, why Sarah's put this in, is because of that beautiful, strong colourway from inspiration from that fabulous artist Matisse. And he works with all those gorgeous, strong colours. So that is in there as a freebie, but only when you buy the bundle, okay? So Shop Modern gets you that, including your free piece. So you're going to get your stamps, your dies, your stencil, and also your image stencil, and also your pattern stencil as well. All of that together, $39.99. You've got $18.97 and $18.96 saving. Sorry, excuse me. However, you can also chop that down if you want to cherry pick. So Shop Medley is your A5 Modernist Medley stamp set, $17.99. Sorry, excuse me everybody, just for a second. There we go. Shop Shape gets you the shape die set for $15.99. So if you want to split it out a little bit, you can. However, the biggest deal is in Shop Modern, and remember, you also get your embossing powders in your package. When that arrives, you will also have got that in there as well. Now, moving on a little bit, we have got our journal. Again, this is brand new. This die, the jumbo die tag, is brand new. Okay, so you're getting your tag die, you're getting your journal spine die set, and a set of your actual discs that make the spine. Allez spine, okay, just like that. That's how it works. They just slot in. Now you've got three different ways of being able to get this. You can either shop journal black, shop journal white, or shop journal bright, and the change in that is just on the discs. Okay, so with the black you get the black discs, white you get the white discs, and with the bright you'll get the bright colourful discs. I know which one Rachel would have. So, or you can just go for the discs on their own. If you've already got this and you've already got your spine die and you're wanting to make more journals and you just need the discs, they are also available on their own. So shop disc black, shop disc white, or shop disc bright. There are 12 and they are 35 millimeters in diameter, so those are $5.99 per colour. Okay, so I would multi-buy on those because you're going to need them. Once you start doing your journaling, you will fall in love with being able to do this. And just to touch on the spine again, there's the dies in there that will cut into a page. Maybe you've made a page and you want to cut into the page, but also it cuts out that then leaves you an element for you to stick on like this. Okay, let me get this. You can see there that that piece has been stuck onto the tag. Okay. Ooh. Oh, incoming.
I was going to say, no, I did bring some. So this is what the closed die or the solid die does cut out for you. So you can see there how you're then able to stick that to your page. It's the height of about an A5 page, so of course A5, or you could extend them on from
yes,
that,
absolutely.
A5 means you could get an 8x8 page on there, you could get and then cut it down for smaller elements. But of course an 8x8 page quite often wouldn't go through your die cutting machine. Of course you can get as many of these through your A5 die cutters as you want to.
Absolutely. So if you've got if you like a big space to work on, like you said the 8x8 or even bigger. You can now add a spine onto it. So it's up to you whether
do an A4 with a
whole spine inside. Yeah, brilliant. That's why you've got the two options. So so if you're thinking, well, why do you need both of them? You do, absolutely. Now we're moving on. If again you've actually got this already, we've brought, Sarah, I keep saying we, it's like the royal we. Jumbo, shop Jumbo for this. This is a brand new tag die set. There's 5 dies in here for you all. The largest one is 17.5 by 10, okay, which is a really substantial size of a die. And again, like I showed you, you are going to be able to create fabulous journal pages because you've got the room to work on, okay? And also the addition of the other 4. So on there, I believe you've used the next one down as your mat layer to pop it on,
yeah.
okay? They work beautifully together. Or you could turn it that way and only use 2 or 3 of your little journal and have a journal book that way round, depending on whether you like to work landscape or portrait. I'm going to go to the ThigPad in a minute because I want to have a look at what all your comments are. Remember, type in win for the giveaway from our lovely Sarah at the end. We will draw a winner, so remember to be typing in win. Now, I just want to talk about this. So this, because obviously if you're putting Shop Modern, this is a beautiful addition to that Shop Modern. It really is. So this is your stencil of your dancers. So Shop Dancer, it's a 5x7 stencil together with that incredible, I need to turn this over so you can see. Look at that, Rachel. Ooh. I nearly Rachel nearly had that. Yeah, so look at that. Look at the colour there. So that is your Stella paste that comes with the stencil, and your lovely spatula comes along with that as well. But the stencil is the same size as your stamps, okay? So if you're wanting to mask out and ink through and lots of other things, so maybe you're wanting to create shadows and things like that because you've done something. If you can, join the lovely Sarah's Facebook page, etc., but also follow her on YouTube because she does some incredible techniques, and the rest of the team do as well that are on there. Why Not Wednesdays is the place to be at 7
o'clock.
7 o'clock. Not Why Not Tuesdays, like I was the other week, and I'm thinking, where is she? And my son was saying, well, where's who? I said, Sarah would tell us if she were going to be late. I know she would. Well, what are you waiting for? I says, I'm waiting for Why Not Wednesday. He says, well, unless she's doing Why Not Tuesday, you've got a long wait. I was a day early. Never mind. So I was excited for the collection.
Yeah, but you were so annoyed with me, weren't you, that I wasn't live?
You wasn't there. Where is she? Honestly, it's because she was still prepping it all because it wasn't the right day. Honestly, sometimes. So these shapes actually match this one. So this is an incredible addition into your modern collection. So Shop Modern for the full collection. However, put in Shop Dancer as well will get you the Dancer stencil, the Stella paste, and also the spatula. I'm coming back to you. Do I need to just quickly talk about Shop Sunshine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shop Sunshine.
Sunflower.
Sunflower. That's because Sunflower, Shop Sunflower, great deal for you. Get the die, you get the triple layered stencil, and also the incredible rub-ons with the very technical precision application tool in there as well, which creates this. And an incredible place, $11.99, $13.99 saving. That's amazing. Right, let's have a little. We're coming back to you, Sarah. Can we just say a very quick hello to him? Ooh, we've got lots on. How many of you have been talking about your artists? Da, da, da. Oh, Alison, she's just finished work. She'll have to watch on catch up. Bless you.
Good effort, Alison.
Good morning. Morning, Terry. Thank you, darling. Terry Kim. Morning, Rachel.
Terry.
Everyone. Thank you. We've got lots of love. Look at all. We've got loads. Look at all these. Here, look.
Have they got any artists? Well, you're not.
Yeah. Can you have a little look for us, Lewis, or whoever's on comments? If we've got, what's your favourite artist? Did you get to go to the museum and pick a favourite artist, or have you ever been to a museum and gone, oh, I wish I could do that? Now you can, because we're going to give you the kit that does it.
Have you got one? What's your favourite artist?
Monet.
Very nice. Very elegant.
Monet, I
that kind of
totally
play with light and
love his art. Absolutely, I do like Matisse, but if you was to give me one person, would be Monet, and then I think Van Gogh would be very far behind him.
Yes, I do like Van Gogh. Yeah.
Those two.
I really like Picasso. I do.
Yeah,
I am very tempted to do something with those really abstract faces.
Picasso-esque,
Yeah, that is another one that I keep.
Gaudi, another one.
Oh yes.
Love him.
Gaudi would be perfect with the embossing powders as well, with those blues against that Spanish style.
Okay, right.
You're going to keep me busy there.
Yeah,
All
we've got 4 more collections
yeah,
coming
ready.
your way.
By the end of the day, I'll have it done. All I was going to say with the tags is just another little
look.
idea of ways of using it. Is you could also use create your card blanks as well. So all I've done is a folded piece of card, and when I've cut the tag die, I've put the cutting edge just off the top of the card, so that's left me with the hinge. You can see, so it's a seamless.
Oh, I like that.
Seamless tags, and then of course you've got your mats and layers, which are going to mean you can create your kind of card front and then go from there. So there's so much. I know we like to use tags in journals, journal pockets, and embellishments, and on card fronts. But remember, just think about them as the shapes for the cards, or as we're seeing here for journal pages too.
Oh, right, okay. So, so our lovely Stacey, lovely, thank you, was new to watching us. I just want to give you another shout out, Stacey, because that's... Pamela says she loves Beryl Cook.
Ooh.
Because I'm sure I'm one of her ladies.
I was going to say she's got those lovely figures and the kind of really curvy. Thank you. Yeah, those curvy ladies. Oh, I love
one of those as well. Yeah, absolutely. I was a model on that one. So, Ali, favourite artist is Rosina Watchmeister because of her modernist kitty art.
Oh. I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to do some homework after this.
And then we'll start writing names. So, our lovely Jane Grey.
I'm demoing, mate.
I've always liked Van Gogh.
Yeah.
And last October, hubby and I went to London to the Nag to see the special Van Gogh exhibition. Standing before his sunflower paintings gave me goosebumps. I'm going to York to see it. Get them even now thinking about it. Unfortunately, we ran out of time to go around the David Hockney
I love David Hockney as well.
Exhibition.
Really kind of clean lines and really sharp colours.
But that you like the clean kind, don't you? That is you.
Pink
favourite place. The Nag is now my favourite place and hope to have another wander around again this year. Thank you, Jane. Oh, yeah, I've got goosebumps for you.
Jane, you bought our stencils and dye because that's sunflowers. She says, not quite Van Gogh, but you know.
Yeah, it's close. I think it's close.
Van Gogh. I love Van Gogh again, movement and the textures with the paints. I'd love to see it in the flesh because I think it'd be really cool.
So we've got more that are saying Picasso, Banksy.
Oh yeah, I love Banksy's great for stencils.
How about so Debbie, Van Gogh again. Brian, can we have a dancer's die set, please?
Brian always puts his request in on the main chat, doesn't he?
Yeah, I love that. You're so funny. Absolutely so funny. Picasso, Banksy, again, same again.
I do like Banksy.
Toulouse.
Oh, yes. Lautrec.
Toulouse, yeah, and...
Christine Magritte.
So it's and Toulouse-Lautrec.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Very artistic audience today.
Mrs. H. Yes, I could sketch it.
What?
The designs.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
I could put it in the embroidery machine and embroider the designs on.
That's true.
Oh,
where's the sketch? You should have got the sketch out, and you could have been embroidering, and I'd have been stamping.
Yeah, I know. So our lovely Sarah, Picasso's Blue Period would have been great for another collection.
Okay, thanks, Sarah.
Lorraine,
I'm on it.
She loves Bob Ross.
Oh yes.
And is that Klimt?
Klimt, yes.
Is my favourite next to Picasso.
Oh, Sharon, yes, yeah, Klimt. Haven't
you touched on something like that
no,
before?
I have flirted with Klimt, not obviously in person, but the style.
Oh, now we're on with the stamps. Let me get the stamp set because this.
Well, I thought I'd just start demoing.
Yeah, you start while we were going through all of that. Look at this. So, thank you for doing that, Lewis. He has to drive the iPad and then I do the talky bit and then he comes back and resets it for me because I don't know how to.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Lewis comes and presses the buttons and puts it back how it should be.
I'd like
Isn't he good?
Yeah, he is. Multitasking as well.
I'm going to get your other one of that.
So what I'm using here is literally just this one kind of block stamp really from the stamp set, and this is a brilliant one because you say it could be a flower, it could be petals from a flower, it could be sun rays, but I really like this blue and white contrast.
Look at that.
And I did it on this one. I made it almost into a tile where I just obviously rotated that image and then just used some ultra thick embossing powder.
And I love this. Is this Ali again? Oh, it's Kerry.
Yay!
Look at that.
It is lovely, this one. So I mean, again, Kerry's just showing that kind of pattern building potential of this stamp to the maximum there. But it's super simple because she's just literally stamped it many, many times.
Yes.
On primary colour cardstock and just created that grid. So
isn't that bright?
Just that one. I think I love it when you find a stamp in any stamp set where you realise how many different kind of permutations it can offer you.
Now that draws you in, doesn't it? You want to go and look at it because of how bright it is. You just need to go and go, hang on a minute, that's rather
But it
lovely.
is, I mean, I would say it is just, obviously it's really clever design, but just that black ink, effectively just black ink on a few sheets of cardstock, repeat stamping and away you go. Certainly if you had a square die, you'd be sorted there, wouldn't you?
Brilliant, absolutely love those two.
So, and all I'm doing here is obviously creating a kind of what I think looks like a really kind of cool border.
Are you using your tag?
I am. I'm using the tag dies. So I'm using there's one size down because my plan will be to matte and layer it onto a dark blue larger tag. Doesn't it look really Mediterranean? Now, of course, you could create a square, make a full frame, use it as a square within a picture frame, so you've got that to kind of have maybe the figure in the middle of it. So this for me is one of those unsung heroes of the stamp set where you wouldn't necessarily look at that as the focal point. You typically look to the figures or the vase, but I think you'll get a lot of use out of just this one image.
On the one that Kerry's done with that is also, to me, it could be the corners holding your photos in.
Yeah, exactly. That was the other thing I was thinking. Yeah, you could put it in all four corners and create that. Yeah.
As it's holding your actual photos in. So this is, okay, as well as we've got the new collection, this is also new.
It
is a new die, shop jumbo for this one, okay? You are getting 5 tag dies, but the versatility of having something that's nested like this opens up so many different avenues. Now, you can cut them all out and have them layered as your mats and layers. You can turn them into your card blanks. You can create your frames. So putting 2 down together, it creates a frame.
Absolutely, apertures.
These apertures, etc., which is going to be amazing. But also, I love, it's one of my favourite shape dies, a tag die.
Yeah, I do. As part of my, I'm doing the kind of 100-day project, and my thing is to do a tag a day because it's not an intimidating size to work on. Even the largest tag, although it's the size of a 6x6, it's not the width of a 6x6. So it's, for bookmarks, etc. But it's a fun size and shape, I think, to work with.
Yeah.
And even if you create, and I've done this, I think, in one of my Sunday makes, create a master board. So do a very mixed media, very abstract background, and then use tags to cut the shapes out of that. That's another
cool
way of creating a series of tags that are coordinated.
And then when you've done all of that, you can actually use them as tags.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And there could be tags.
They can actually just be tags. Put a little hole in them and you can actually use them. They're super gift.
Why didn't I think a top tip?
Top tip, actually use them as tags. Can you imagine giving somebody a little box and putting a great big tag on it like that?
Yeah, exactly.
They think something's special in that box, won't they? So that one is shop jumbo to put that into your basket.
That tag would be over-promising, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah. Can you imagine the face?
Packet of peanuts,
peanuts, something like that. They go, oh, thanks. Yeah, but we built your inspiration up. You were loving what was in that box because we gave it a nice big tag. I love this. You could also do these out of your grey board and things like that, can't you?
Absolutely. I mean, certainly, I think as long as your die cutting machine would go through
grey
that
board.
kind of the thinner grey
Love
board,
it.
Absolutely. Yes, you could. I mean, it would be quite nice to go through thicker cardstock to get your covers of your tag journal as well.
Oh yeah, making your book pages, turning that into a book journal would be amazing. Fabulous.
So this is super simple, this particular tag, because I am wanting to keep with that nice, clean, fresh background of the white. But what I have done with the using the Mixed Media Compendium paper pad that we've got on the show is I've just die cut the a vase from it, and the papers in there are chock full of elements which are going to make great kind of vases and earthenware, because you've got the textures built into it. And there's kind of this one particularly I love, with its rich earthy colours, would make a great vase as well. So just remember that, you know, once you die cut a shape out of one of these kind of papers, it's going to really transform it, and you won't realise what it is that you've actually taken it from.
I love this one for the flower.
Yes.
To cut all your flowers out of all this in different colours.
I think this flower I've cut from, again, just from scrap. So again, this flower's cut from the paper pad. So, and as is this one.
Aren't they beautiful? So you could have a whole bunch of different coloured florals for that.
But there is just a little, and this is what you can see from this vase, there's a little bit of texture in there, so it's not flat cardstock, which is one of the things I do like when you're trying to kind of create a slightly more painterly look, is that if you're going to use the kind of flat coloured cardstock, then maybe stamp on it or stencil onto it. Create a bit of texture and variety, but of course the papers have got that done already for you.
That's a beautiful paper to start with.
Isn't it? Just lovely.
Absolutely gorgeous. Because obviously you've already got your silhouettes to get you going on that. So just stamping on your extra silhouettes on here and building up.
Yes.
And then maybe bringing in your lovely figure on there as well.
It might be a bit small for a vase, but can you imagine?
Oh no, that's beautiful.
Isn't that lovely? So again, and I've done collage with this, where actually I've cut that flower out and brought it further down. So again, don't necessarily take the page exactly as it is. You can cut elements out and combine, put the leaves coming out of that vase. Perfect.
Isn't it?
Well, that's
so
lovely.
Permission to play. Allow that inspiration where you think, oh no, I'm doing it wrong. You can't actually go wrong with this in any way, shape or form, I don't believe. Oh.
So all I was going to say is I'm talking about the vase being cut from the papers, but all I've done here is swipe some Versamark, some sticky embossing ink over white cardstock, and use the Tuscan terracotta embossing powder that comes free with the Modernist collection, and you could cut a brilliant vase from that. I have used the Olive Grove and cut one of the foliage out of that as well. So again, use this to create lovely backgrounds that you can die cut your elements from as well.
Could you then sprinkle these on together?
You can absolutely,
and have a mottled effect.
I've done kind of landscape looks in the past, because of course these are great earthy tones for landscapes. Beautiful. And yeah, and I've mixed the terracotta and the green together on kind of mountains and hills. Fabulous. So yeah, do mix them up and play with them. And of course the lovely thing with embossing powders is you can mix them up, but they're not going to turn into another colour. So you can't make an unfortunate muddy colour, because of course they are self-contained colours. So you will just get a colour mix. You won't get a
brown every time.
Yeah, a third unhelpful colour. Makes sense. So yeah, so absolutely, just have this is where we're talking about having like kind of fuzzy felt for adults. Just have a play with your elements. But I can build this composition up. I like the fact that the foliage is slightly oversized. So again, in the vase, it just creates a slightly quirky look to it. But if you didn't want to use your die cut shapes, then equally you could be getting your foliage out and
using your stamps
and stamping as well. So I'm just eyeballing where my vase is, and then obviously kind of can just keep going and create create that kind of cascade of leaves going around and out of our vase. So you've got those options. You can put stamp your flowers, or you can have your die cut flowers, or you can have a combination of both. So you've got the layers kind of coming out and sitting between each other. So yeah, it really is just a very playful set of
absolutely
designs.
Love this. So I'm just going to go back, and are you sticking down, or are you getting ready for another? And you want time for another demo?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm having a bit of a play.
You were lost. We
I
lost
was.
you there
I
for
was
a
looking
second.
at that thinking, yeah, I like that.
We lost her just for a moment there. I need to take this back. with
Yes.
me.
Shall I do the sunflowers as a third? Then? I
Yes.
hope we've got enough stock left for the sunflowers.
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely.
Right,
We'll do that.
okay, so let me just go back down the counter while the lovely Sarah has a tidy up. Now, again, this is Shop Modern. It gets you the full brand new, launched on Wednesday, okay, yesterday. Sorry.
Well, I'm normally here on a Friday, so it is understandable.
Yeah, we're a little bit, it's normally Funky Fossil Friday, but we're a day early. See where I got confused and I was sat waiting and you weren't there? So, Shop Modern gets you the Modernista Medley mini collection, okay, with your free embossing powders. Now, that is the best thing ever to get that in there as a bonus. You have got your stamps, you have got your dies, which are fabulous shape dies. You have now got your image stencil and also your pattern stencil included in there. So remember, Shop Modern, $39.99. You've got an $18.96 saving on that one, everybody. We have got the journals because, again, this would make beautiful journal pages. And like we've said, cross-pollinate with everything. So you can cross-pollinate with all of your fabrics as well. Fabric designs would look beautiful with this. However, we've brought new tag die, okay? So this is your jumbo tag die. Now, Sarah's done it as a bundle for us. We have got Shop Journal Black, and the black will get you the black discs, okay? Shop Journal Bright will get you the bright discs in there, and Shop Journal White will get you the set with the white. So you're getting your new jumbo tag, your journal spine, and your discs for $29.99. You've got a saving of $10.98. Now, if you're already on this journey and you want your discs separate, you can have your discs separate. So it's Shop Disc Black, Shop Disc White, or Shop Disc Bright. Okay, see, that was a bit of a poetry, wasn't it? So that one, okay, $5.99 each. Okay, so if you're needing to add to your disc stash, absolutely. And I love the combination. If you go for the black and white, doing this on the edge and making a journal with those lovely discs on the side like that as the coloured, doing the black and white, the monochrome, I love that idea. Then, if you've already got your tag, journal spines, etc., and you're just wanting to go for the tag, brought it as a single on its own, Shop Jumbo. Brand new tag die shape for you from Funky Fossil, from our lovely Sarah, $15.99. Now, starting off point for everybody, if you're a little bit, that white paper space makes you a bit, don't know what to do, the Shop Mixed, this was launched a few weeks ago, and this is your mixed media paper pack. Okay, so this is what I was just showing you over near Sarah when she was. So this is your mixed media compendium. You've got 48 pages, 24 designs, and it's 190 GSM cardstock, okay, which is incredible. Now you are going to be able to, and it's uncoated, so you can put all of your mediums on here, whether it's stamping, inking, spritzing, with your Stella Pace, etc. It will take all of it. One of my favourites today, as well as our lovely Modern, is the mark. So these are all your mark making. They're all lovely A7 stamps. Shop Mark. It will get you your bubble wrap, your circle burst, your half tone, and your fuzzy numbers. Now, if you're already going for the Shop Modern, this goes beautifully with it, hand in hand. This one is your Shop Dancers. Now, the stamps that are in the stamp set for the Shop Modern fit these stencils perfectly, okay? So creating drop shadows and things on them is going to be really easy because you've got the stencil to do that. So this is a 5x7 dancer stencil, but it's not just the stencil. You are getting the beautiful sapphire Stella paste and the free palette knife thrown in there as well for you. So $6.99. You've got a $5.99 saving, which again is brilliant. So you're actually getting the paste and the for free.
You're getting the stencil for free. It's the stencils for free, and you basically just paying for the
You're
paste.
just paying for the paste because the tool is free anyway.
Yeah.
That is really, you know, she's good to us, our Sarah. Absolutely brilliant. So we've got shop type, and again, this is, let me just find that sample that's got that on, because I absolutely, do you know when you want to find it? And it's, here we are. It was the first one that I came to, of course it was. There is the typeface, okay? And again, it has got that misstamped edge on the typeface, okay? So it's a fabulous typeface. This one is shop type. It's your A6 grungy type sensor. And when you've actually got an alphabet, you can make words. Who knew? So you know when you've got somebody and
it's the latest craze.
It is the latest craze. I know, right? Making words. Just one of those things that I've brought up. They'll be making a dictionary. Oh,
don't show that now.
bye. Sorry, everybody. We have a winner. So that one's all sold it out. So we're not going to do a demo on that one then,
I've
unfortunately.
been changing things up while you've been talking.
Oh, bless you. It's a good job I went down the counter then, isn't it? Give you a minute. So, yeah, the tap typeface, again, is brilliant for this. And imagine, because you were doing this the other day, yesterday, Sunday. No, this is Sunday. Oh, my word.
You're just my stalker, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. And so you were doing this on Sunday, embossing it. So you've got those beautiful embossing powders. Can you imagine now embossing this on your Matisse style with that beautiful vivid blue embossing powder? That would look amazing. And it wouldn't be Funky Fossils Show without our sentimental sticker stack set. I'm getting better
Just
at that.
because I like to hear Amanda say it, that's why. Sentimental sticker stack.
It's just does it on purpose. So shop sticker gets you that, and they're already kiss cut. Now you saw in the last demonstration that you can actually colour it as well if you don't want them. So it's very cleverly done. So it's black writing on white background and white writing on a black background. But for those white ones, as in said demo, actually coloured the sticker to make it match your project, which is just brilliant. So that one in your baskets, shop sticker $9.99, and it's full, and it covers all sorts. So it's not just birthdays in here, it covers your whole year of sentiments that you could possibly wish for, and you know, the ones that are, you know, the generic that you like to see, but also some that are a little bit quirky. We're back.
I missed you.
Oh, bless you. Only one that does.
I didn't really.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry.
Did I heard that?
I know, sorry. So, what I thought we'd do, now that we can't use the sunflower, very rude. The only thing I would say about the sunflower, for those of you that got it, if you think this is the dye, you know, again, you could pop it into your vase, and not obviously on a tag because it'd be too big, but just remember that you can use it in your vases, use it for your corners, etc. There's loads you can do with that stencil and die, so you've got a really good bargain.
Lovely,
it's pretty,
it?
isn't it? Just by itself. So I say, I don't want to distract with it too much, but there are loads of things you can do with it. So what I have got is, I've got two tag shapes. I've got a white one for you.
Oh.
And I've got one that I've coloured for me that I've already done some work on.
Yeah.
And then I just thought we've got some shapes. Let's make some kind of tag designs with our die cut shapes.
Yes, please.
Is that all right with you?
Yes, please.
So I thought we could have a tag off.
So how did we do this then?
So what I've done there is I've done some spray, some bright yellow spray onto cardstock, and then on the surplus cardstock, I have stamped in the same colour the foliage stamps.
Oh, right.
And then I've die cut it out. So this is what I was saying about if you're using a kind of solid colour, think about stamping over the dies, the die cut shapes, to give yourself a little bit of texture so it looks like it's a pattern paper in itself. But the tone on tone is quite a nice subtle look, I thought.
I'm thinking custard.
It is a lovely, it is, it's a really, it is an in-your-face yellow, this.
Custard splat. I am thinking
yes.
custard, actually custard splats.
We could have that with our millionaire shortbread.
We could, couldn't we?
And what, I don't know if you can pick this up as well on here, but when I was spraying the tag, I used the half-tone stamp into the wet spray and then was using it and stamping around the edges as well. So while you spray, still wet on the card, almost do watercolour stamping and create that kind of texture.
So your spray was your stamp, was your ink?
Yeah, exactly. So it was almost like while the spray was still wet, I almost used it like an ink pad and kind of was stamping into it and stamping around. It's a nice way of picking up that surplus ink as well.
No waste. I like that.
So
no wastage.
That's the background I create. So you've got these here.
Yeah.
And glue. What else do you require, madam?
I'm all right with this.
You're going to go with that. So I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the splat shapes. But you see here, I've got them in the dark blue. Subtly done. I've got them in
that one.
It's just in dark blue cardstock. So just as I was saying to Amanda with her yellow ones, I'm wanting to add a bit of texture and interest to this cardstock before I start to adhere it down. So I've got my you can use my stamps as well if you want. I'm going to use my mark making stamps. I'm going to use the half tone.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it in a dark blue. So this is still back to that tone on tone. I'm not looking here to create contrast. You could absolutely heat emboss onto these, so create a kind of contrast colour, but I'm just wanting a bit of textured interest that is going to be on there, but not necessarily overly visible. So I'm going to, no, because I could have done this on the cardstock before I die cut it out. But it's quite nice to be able to. Can you see the splats? Can you see the splats come out of there?
Oh, I like.
So cool.
What's that?
Well, should we stamp it out?
Yeah, just a minute. Let me give you. Pop it on there.
Yeah. See what we get.
Oh, I like.
Cool, isn't
that?
it?
Yes. Thanks.
Sorry. You can turn it over.
No,
I'm
you want it.
You want it?
Yeah, I want it. Want that.
So. Again, I think this is the medieval blue. It's a very dark blue to go with my navy cardstock. And I can just keep stamping over my shapes to create that little bit of texture and interest. And we'll go with the bubble wrap on the last one. Oh, I do like that technique. Have we invented that technique?
Well, it's a top tip for you to use it, I think. Absolutely. Where's that other one? That dark, that solid one that we were talking about earlier?
You mean the stamp image?
Yeah.
Would it be in the vase?
No, the other one that was on your stamps. That's the solid one, and we could use it like a little jelly plate.
So yeah, the vase in the stamps.
Yes, that one. Yes, that very one.
This one here.
Yes.
Shall I try it?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's play. You see, this is where we're now just playing. Okay, so this is exactly what you're going to be doing in your craft room when you get that. I really like that. Okay,
it's cool, isn't it?
It is ridiculously cool.
So
yes.
So our idea was, I need another acrylic block. Here we go. So we were gonna try and take a flower out the middle of the vase, weren't we? So if I stamp the vase, ink everywhere. I do apologise, everybody.
It's fine, we're playing.
Professional crafters will be resumed. Professional craft will be resuming shortly. So I've got my inked up
Yeah. I'm watching.
And then I want to take my the flower out.
Oh,
Do you think it'll work? Oh,
I do.
That'll
oh, we've got a twofer.
And then we can see whether that's going to give us. I wonder whether the VersaFine. Oh, I like that.
It does.
So you could do your kiss stamping on your solid images. She was adamant that I should do that. But yeah, kiss stamping with solid images is always a great way to go. So if you've got a detailed stamp that you can take the ink off the solid image, you can create lovely textured effects. I've completely gone off piste here now. I've no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Amanda.
you
I
have.
blame
You
you.
have. Yeah,
I blame
oh, it's
you.
my fault.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, look what I'm doing.
So, oh, that's cool. I love how that's connecting the
Let's chop it. Sorry,
and
swap it again.
you could have, I don't know if they would work, but you could have your dancing figures.
Can we have us dancing? Oh, can I? Oh,
So,
thank
yeah,
you.
have your dancing figures somewhere.
I'm going to put that one in instead now.
So,
Put a block colour in. Oh my goodness, this really is.
one thing I should say about these little A7 stamps is, of course, if you're wanting to be really fluid with them, I'm putting them on an acrylic block, but of course you can also leave them on the carry sheet and freehand stamp them loose, so you get a much kind of more uneven, organic look to the stamped image. So that's also worth thinking about. Oh, that's good. Well, I'll just go and have that shortbread and leave you to show off.
I love these. I really do love these. Okay, so I'm going to take the colour away now.
The thing
that
with
yellow.
things like that is you get a composition you really like. Try and take a photo of it, because I can never remember how it goes back when I've got to stick it down.
Ever. Never ever.
So now I'm using the bubble wrap of the mark making stamps, just again to create a bit of background interest to my. So now I've got my 3 splats, but I've got them here with the bubble wrap and the half-tone elements on there, which I really like. Do you
Oh,
like
I
that?
really like that as well. Oh, that's a bit cool. Oh, could you drop shadow them?
You could, absolutely. So, yeah, you could.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool as well, isn't it? And it already pops against that kind of nice strong yellow, doesn't it? Another technique that I love doing with my mark making stamps, the A7 stamps, and we'll just go over this same tag for speed. Oh, that's cool. Looks like a kind of a landscape, doesn't it? Well, you need a figure dancing on the.
Which one? Which figure shall we go for? Shall we go for?
That's
like that?
perfect. I think that really makes it pop then.
Look at that.
And then if you put some flowers
Which
in
ones?
in the yellows, maybe a kind of a muted yellow.
Yeah, put that yellow in. Put some flowers on my tree.
That half-tone background really makes a difference, doesn't it?
Does make a difference, absolutely. So for your mark making shop mark, you are getting 4 A7 stamps. Now you've seen the versatility of how you can create with these. Do you need a baby wipe? Are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
You're
thank
fine.
you, lovely.
So let me go back round here.
I'm embracing the mess.
See, we're going outside that. We're colouring outside the lines with this, aren't we?
We are.
Absolutely, every step of the way. So shop mark. A7 stamps, you're getting 4 of them. You are going to get your bubble wrap, you are getting your circle burst, you're getting your half tone, and I love these names, you're even getting your fuzzy numbers. Now, they don't come fluffy, they don't come with fluff on them.
That's where I got the fuzzy felt idea, wasn't it? Fuzzy numbers.
They're not like that. It just gives you that broken outline edge, and we're not being perfect with all of this, and it gives you that. If you're new to stamping, it takes away the fear of doing a misprint or a misstamp. And then think about doing what you'll hear probably people talk about, second generation stamping. It sounds very technical, but it literally is taking the block off the paper and stamping it again without putting the ink on. That's what it is. It means it's the next stamp before re-inking.
Gives you a nice faded image.
It does give you a lovely faded image. So you're going to be able to build up on your patterns for that. Now, even if today you go for your Shop Mixed, which is your mixed media pad, okay, which is this one, which is beautiful. You are getting 48 pages, 24 designs, and it's 190 GSM. And then that's $12.99. And then you put Shop Mark in there, okay, which is $19.99 for 7 A7 stamps is brilliant. And all that you've got in your stash is a black ink pad. You would have a whale of a time creating, making that stamped image on top of here. Then if you go for your dancer, which is your stencil, your Stella paste and your free tool, well actually you're only paying for the paste, everything else is free, and you're putting those on top of that, that would give you some incredible artwork pieces to then create with. Now remember, all of that we're bringing you here, that the lovely Sarah does brilliantly, is how it cross-pollinates through so many different ways of working with it. Okay, yes, you can keep it very simple and use your card making, absolutely, and the artwork on the back of here is just so much colour that the guys at your DT team have done an incredible job across the board on all of this. Beautiful, love that. Absolutely love that. That to me could be a dance studio. You know when somebody's paid a lot of money for a dance studio symbol that hangs outside the studio? That's what that reminds me of. That is like one of those eye-catching, oh, okay, draws your eye in straight away. Right through to doing your card making, to doing your journaling, okay? All of this can then be onto journal pages. And you know when you do your journaling, okay, we are very, what is the word? Critical of ourselves, aren't we? Very critical. We do something and think, oh no, I don't want to show that anybody. You don't have to. If you've got a journal book, that is your place to do your techniques, have a play, see if things work. If it doesn't work, I would still put it in my journal book and mark on it why you thought it didn't work. But with this again, I don't like it when they say, oh, well, I didn't do art at school because my art teacher said I wasn't any good. Really? I don't, that's not, if you're in love with that piece that you've put and you're, you know, you're proud of it and you look at it and you think, I made that, I'm really happy with that. Nobody else can actually say that that's not what it's supposed to be. So this colouring outside the lines with the Matisse inspired creations that the lovely Sarah's brought to us, I think opens up so much, you know, a lot of more relaxed crafting. Like you say, you're very much agonise over certain
like
things.
It to be right.
No, not doing that. We're not agonising over anything at all. So modern, 25% is in allocation. Thank you everybody for joining us. Do you know that 2 hours? It's whizzing by.
It is. It is. Well,
Absolutely whizzing by.
We've got some good outcomes to show for it, haven't we?
Haven't we?
All I was going to do with this tag is just show you again. I've stuck my splats down now that I've been stamping onto. But just remember, just as we said at the beginning of the show, with your stamping off the edge of your tags or your card front, stick your shapes off the edge, because what I've been able to do is then trim the bits that were hanging over the edge of the tag, and I can adhere them down. So I've only die cut this shape 3 times, but I mean that's a cool shape just in itself, isn't it? So don't worry about or don't think about just putting your dies so that they are centered on your card. Use them to go off the edge, and you're creating your own kind of fabric, your paper fabric effectively, and your own
but you can cut these out of fabric.
You
could duplicate. This would look beautiful.
My view is that these this one's already stuck itself down. These shapes in this die set, I think, are solid enough. They're not overly detailed, so they should be able to die cut out of felt and kind of fabrics with a decent tight weave, if you know what I mean. So that they have that core integrity, or put your stabilizer on. Now,
I can't remember whether it was earlier this week or last week, because every week seems to be the same at the moment. Our lovely David launched the new Cadence product that was the foiling medium.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That was for fabric. So you stencil through, you put your foil on and you iron it on, and it sticks onto fabric. So can you imagine the pattern making that you can be doing with this, with that medium, with your foil? So you could make foiled pieces.
I always buy something on the way out the building, and I thought I might get away with it today. Oh no. Although I was tempted with the floppy candle, I think I might go with the foiling medium now.
Is that the talk of what it is today? Can we mark that time and date for that particular? You know when I got the blooper last year for giving away all the points by mistake? I think that might be a really, or is that the comedy? That's got to be the one that's the comedy one. I think it's brilliant. That is hilarious. So this morning he did take the candle out and he showed, and I says, "Did you do it?" And he says, "Yeah." I says, and he just lifted the candle up and showed me. I says, "Well, does it stand up?" He says, "No." I says, "Well, how about if you put it in one of the Vulcan vase things?" And he says, "Well, it would just sit at the side like that and lean on it like that." It was so hilarious. Funny. It is hilarious. I think that's going to keep us going for some time.
It's super cool stuff, but as you say, it's more like a gel, isn't it?
It is gel.
But yeah, no,
So
I think David will always be remembered for his floppy candle. So where do I put you, Rock? Where do I put you, Rock? Now.
I know, but isn't that now? Look, I like yeah. Go on, go for it. You've done it.
Put it down.
Embrace it.
What would Matisse do? That's what we've got to think.
Yeah. What would Matisse do? Matisse would cut all these out, and he'd go like that, and just say, "Right, are you taking your background?" Subtly done. I pinched that.
Yes.
No, but look how much that colourway tones in now. It disappears.
Cool? And then, of course, all we need to do is put our... Oh, sorry, lovely.
That now looks like that yellow is cut.
Oh, yes, of course. Like it's a negative space.
Yes.
Oh, I look
Doesn't it?
It's made me look cleverer than I am. I love that.
That looks like that yellow is the piece that's cut, and the blue is the actual.
So you're using your tone on tone.
Yes.
You're matching.
Oh, that played with my eyes a minute then, because I couldn't make up my mind whether that's how you'd done it or not. If I hadn't seen you do it, I would have thought. Yeah, I would have thought that that's how you'd done that. That's amazing.
So really simple, just that one splat, but just using the contrasting colours. I do think the mark making. Stamps, because we've not used the pattern papers, just gives that little bit more of a lift, gives a little bit more impact and interest to what otherwise would be quite blocky shapes on there. Just having that little bit of texture coming from the bubble wrap and the half tone, and of course it's subtly, but it's also capturing what's going on in the background.
Shop mark for those.
And I'm not going to stick it down, but all I would do to put this then into my journal would be to adhere the spine die down the side and trim at the bottom there. So you're going to have your 6 discs going in and putting it into your journal.
Which is fabulous. So that one, let me just remind you about that one. It is... So if you want to go on the new journey with the journal and the spine, together with the brand new jumbo tag die, shop journal, okay, and then you put the colour on, because the colour denotes what discs you're actually going to get. So shop journal black, shop journal white, or shop journal bright gets you the colour of your choice disc, the large new brand new jumbo tag die, and the spine. Okay, so all of that comes together as a bundle. However, you just want the tag on its own, it's shop jumbo, because that is a brand new release today. All of you, well, a lot of you have gone for this one, the whole bundle. Remember, in the bundle, Shop Modern, you are getting your fabulous stamp set. You're getting your dies, which are a mirror image of what's happening in your stamps. And this is all come from the inspiration of the artist Matisse. And he's really renowned for those very shapes, all those shapes. And he hand cut it all out, didn't he?
He did.
All cut by hand.
Yeah, it was painted papers that he then just cut.
He just cut all the figures and everything out. So they're very striking images. You've then got your stencil of your actual image, your figure, and then you've got your pattern stencil in there. And don't forget, you are also going to be getting your free set of 3 Wow embossing powders in there as well. But the thing to add into your basket that rounds all of that off beautifully, how I think, is Shop Dancer. And that's how it seems that you've all been shopping. If you have gone for the Shop Modern, which is the complete collection, you've then popped in the Shop Dancer. Now, in this, you're paying for your Stella Pace, which is that beautiful sapphire blue, and you're getting your tool and the actual dancer stencil free. And also, because it's our lovely Sarah, who is a crafter, creating for crafters, your stamp image fits directly inside there as well. So if you're wanting to do tone on tone, etc., you absolutely can. Or maybe even just use it as that you want to align your stamps.
Yes, true.
You just want to align your stamps so you know you've got them. You like this spacing, you like how this looks, and you use it as the actual layout of your stamps as well. Love that. We're coming back.
Yeah, it was just going to be a really, really quick one to finish with. So all I've done is cut from the Mixed Media Compendium a piece of that gorgeous patterned paper, which already kind of has a scene vibe to it. You've got your foliage, you've got your water, you know, you've already got something there that that you can position your character in. So I'm going to just use the stencil for speed rather than the stamp. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black.
So you're going for a silhouette.
I'm going for the silhouette. Now, I would potentially go with a grey or something a bit softer here.
While you're doing that, we're pulling a winner.
Oh, yes. And what the winner will win is what we've done today and the sticker stack we've been working from.
Oh, that's lovely.
Tracy Gearing.
Yay, Tracy! Tracy Gearing, well done, my lovely. That's all coming to you. Look at that. Super simple.
You don't need to do much more to it than that. Just put some sentiments on, but it looked like you created a really arty background.
You have created a really arty background. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We've got to shoot off because we're going to find our millionaire shortcake and a cup of tea. Stay tuned for what's coming next. Take care.
Bye.
Check out your
See you
baskets.
later.